You're standing at the gate, staring at a $5 bottle of water like it's a luxury item. You get on the plane, it's freezing, and you just know they'll charge you for a blanket if you dare to ask. It feels like every single step of flying is designed to nickel and dime you. An economy ticket can feel less like a seat and more like a paid subscription to be squished and thirsty at 35,000 feet. But what if I told you that beneath all those fees, airlines are sitting on a long list of complimentary perks, hidden services, and powerful passenger rights they hope you never find out about? I'm not talking about some flimsy loyalty points. I mean real, tangible, free stuff that can completely change your flight. From getting the whole can of soda and extra meals to scoring a better seat for free, and even getting paid over $1,000 in cash for a delay. These are the 17 secrets airlines don't advertise. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get them, and you'll never look at your economy ticket the same way again. Let's start with the holy grail of economy class: more space. We all know the problem: cramped seats, zero legroom, and getting stuck in the middle seat between two strangers who have no concept of personal space. The solution? You have more power to change your seat than you think. Most people pick a seat during booking and just assume that's it. It's not. Airline seat maps are constantly changing as people cancel, reschedule, or get upgraded. This is your window of opportunity. Start checking the airline's app 24 hours before your flight. Look for newly opened aisle or window seats. You might even spot bulkhead and exit row seats, which have a ton more legroom. But here's the real pro move. Be polite and strategic at the gate. About 45 minutes before boarding, go up to the gate agent. Don't just ask for a generic upgrade. Explain your situation. A phrase like, "I've got a bit of back pain and an exit row seat would be a lifesaver." Or, "It's our anniversary, and if there happen to be any seats with a little more room, we'd be so grateful," can work wonders. Gate agents have a surprising amount of discretion, and they're more likely to help someone who is nice and has a reason. You're on a long-haul flight, and you just feel gross. Your mouth is stale, your skin is dry, and you'd kill for a toothbrush. Problem is, you packed everything in your checked bag. Here's a little secret: complimentary amenity kits. On many long-haul international routes, airlines stock basic kits with a toothbrush, toothpaste, an eye mask, and socks. Now, your mileage may vary here. They don't always hand them out to everyone in economy, and it really depends on the airline, the route, and what they have in stock. But flight attendants sometimes have extras, so a simple, polite request like, "Excuse me, I was wondering if you might have any amenity kits available," is all it takes. It's not a guarantee, but if it works, feeling clean and refreshed on an 8-hour flight is priceless. You know the scene: total chaos at the gate. Everyone crowds around, creating a wall of people that makes boarding a nightmare before you even get on the plane. If you need a little extra time, you can request pre-boarding, and in some cases, it's your legal right. Under the Air Carrier Access Act in the U.S., airlines are required to offer pre-boarding to passengers with a disability who request it. If you're a senior or have a medical condition that means you need a bit more time to get settled without being rushed, this applies to you. You just need to self-identify and ask the gate agent before boarding begins. This lets you bypass the line, find your seat, and get your bags stored without the usual stress. The drink cart comes, and you get a tiny cup that's mostly ice, along with a bag of 5 pretzels. An hour later, you're still thirsty. Here's a secret most people are too shy to use. You can usually ask for more. Politely asking for the whole can of soda is a classic traveler move, and flight attendants will often oblige if they have enough stock. Same for water. Staying hydrated is key, and they are almost always happy to refill your personal water bottle. And if you're still hungry, wait until the main service is over and discreetly ask a flight attendant, "If there are any extra snacks, could I please have one?" As long as supplies last, they're often happy to share. Whether you have dietary restrictions, vegetarian, gluten-free, kosher, or you're just a picky eater, the standard chicken or pasta doesn't always work. Or maybe you just want your food before anyone else. The solution is to pre-order a special meal. Nearly every major airline lets you request one for free, as long as you do it online at least 24 to 48 hours before your flight. The options are huge, from low sodium and diabetic meals to vegan and Hindu meals. But here's the real hack. Special meals are always served first. You could be digging in a full 30 minutes before the rest of the cabin. That means you can finish up, use the restroom before the line forms, and get back to your movie in peace. You've finally settled in for a long flight, only to realize the movie selection is terrible. Or worse, you forgot your headphones. Don't panic, there are free solutions. First, if you forgot headphones, just ask for a pair. Most airlines give out free earbuds on flights with seatback screens. They're not Bose, but they get the job done. Next, dig deeper into that entertainment system. Many airlines like Delta and American have partnerships that give you a library of curated content from services like HBO Max, Disney Plus, or Showtime. You won't get free access to the entire streaming app, but you'll find tons of preloaded hit shows, movies, albums, and podcasts that you'd normally pay to see. A headache pops up mid-flight, or you get a small cut opening your snack. It's a minor issue on the ground, but a huge pain at 35,000 feet. Here's something for your peace of mind. Every plane is equipped with a basic first aid kit. Flight attendants can help you with things like bandages and antiseptic wipes. However, due to liability rules in many places, they cannot dispense painkillers like Advil or Tylenol, so it's always smart to pack your own. Also, if you need to use an FAA-approved portable oxygen concentrator or CPAP machine, you can typically do so for free, but you must notify the airline in advance to get approval. Just know that a power outlet at your seat is never guaranteed, so make sure your device's battery is fully charged. Whether you're a senior, traveling with kids, or just wrestling with a heavy carry-on, getting that bag into the overhead bin can be rough. First, let's be clear about luggage. Airline policies generally state you should only bring a carry-on you can lift yourself. Flight attendants are often discouraged from lifting heavy bags to avoid injury, though some might help you out of kindness if you're visibly struggling. The better bet is to request wheelchair assistance if you have any mobility challenges. This is a free service you can book in advance, and it isn't just for full-time wheelchair users. If you have trouble walking long distances, they'll escort you from check-in, through security, right to your gate, and help you again upon arrival. If you're already planning to ask for the whole can of Coke on your next flight, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And stick around, because we're about to get into the secrets that can save you not just a few bucks, but potentially hundreds or even thousands. We're talking about your rights as a passenger, the stuff the airlines really don't want you to know. You're in the air, totally disconnected, while paying for full Wi-Fi can cost a fortune. The secret is that a growing number of airlines like Delta, JetBlue, and Alaska now offer a free tier of Wi-Fi just for messaging. This lets you use iMessage, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger to send texts without paying a dime. You won't be able to stream videos, but you can let family know you're on time or stay in touch with work. Just check the airline's Wi-Fi portal when you connect. The free option is usually advertised right there. The gate is a zoo. It's loud, crowded, and there isn't an outlet in sight. The airport lounge looks like a calm oasis, but that's just for the fancy folks, right? Well, mostly. Getting free lounge access just by asking is a major long shot. Lounge access rules are pretty strict. However, in very rare cases of extreme goodwill or during major flight disruptions, a kind agent might grant you access if you have a compelling reason, like a multi-hour layover with small children. Don't count on this as a strategy. A much more reliable path is getting a credit card that includes lounge access as a perk. This is one of the biggest secrets in travel. Airlines intentionally sell more tickets than seats, a practice called overbooking. They're betting a few people won't show up, but when they bet wrong, they have to bump passengers. Here's the critical part. If you are involuntarily denied boarding on an oversold flight, you are entitled to cold, hard cash compensation by law. Do not let them push a flight voucher on you, which is full of restrictions. Under U.S. Department of Transportation rules, if your new flight gets you to your destination over 2 hours late on a domestic trip, or 4 hours internationally, you are entitled to 400% of your one-way fare, up to a maximum of $2,150. And they are required to pay you on the spot at the airport. When a flight is overbooked, the gate agent will first ask for volunteers. They might start by offering a $300 voucher. Most people either ignore it or jump on it. Secret: this is just an opening bid. It's a negotiation. If you're not in a hurry, you can hold out for a much better deal. As departure gets closer, that offer will go up, and you can negotiate for more than just a voucher. Ask for cash, a confirmed seat on the next flight out, not standby, an upgrade on that new flight, and meal vouchers for your wait. While perks like business class aren't guaranteed, some travelers have negotiated packages worth over $1,000 just for being flexible. You paid $50 extra for that prime legroom seat, but because of an aircraft swap, you get stuck in a standard middle seat. You feel cheated, but figure it's just bad luck. It's not bad luck, it's a breach of contract, and you're owed a refund. Thanks to new DOT rules, if you pay for a service like seat selection, Wi-Fi, or even a checked bag, and the airline fails to provide it, they have to refund you. Don't just let it slide. Keep your receipts, document what happened, and file for a refund on the airline's website. For credit card purchases, they have to process that refund within 7 business days. Ever been delayed 30 minutes on the tarmac but somehow still arrive on time? That's not magic, it's schedule padding. Airlines build extra time into their schedules to make their on-time stats look better. A flight that really takes 2 hours might be listed as 2 hours and 30 minutes. Why does this matter? While you can't use this to claim delay compensation in the US, we don't have EU-style delay rules, knowing this is powerful if you have a tight connection. That seemingly on-time arrival might actually be late enough to cause you to miss your next flight, which strengthens your case when asking the airline for help rebooking. For any aviation nerd or curious kid, visiting the cockpit is the ultimate behind-the-scenes tour. Most people assume this is impossible now. And during the flight, they're right. But here's the secret. You can sometimes ask to visit the cockpit after the plane has landed and parked at the gate. Once most passengers are off, pilots are often proud to show off their office and might let you snap a quick photo. Ask a flight attendant as you're deplaning if it's possible. It's totally at the crew's discretion and depends on their schedule, but it's a memorable and free experience if you get the chance. You book a flight, and hours later, you find a cheaper fare, or realize you picked the wrong dates. Panic sets in as you picture those massive change fees. Hold on. In the US, a powerful DOT rule has your back. It requires airlines to either let you hold a fare for 24 hours or allow you to cancel your booking for a full 100% refund within 24 hours of purchasing, as long as you booked at least 7 days before departure. This isn't a generous airline policy, it's the law. It gives you a risk-free 24-hour window to catch mistakes, find a better deal, or just change your mind. You know your rights, you've asked politely, you've even quoted the rules. And the airline agent still says no. You feel completely powerless. This final secret is the most important one. You are not powerless. When an airline isn't following the law, you have an escalation path. The first step is to file a formal written complaint with the airline's customer relations department, not just the gate agent. If that doesn't work, your ultimate weapon is filing a complaint with the U.S. Department of Transportation, DOT. The DOT tracks these complaints, investigates them, and can fine airlines for breaking the rules. Knowing how to escalate is what holds airlines accountable. So there you have it. 17 free things and powerful rights that put the power back in your hands. Flying doesn't have to be a miserable, wallet-draining experience. By knowing what to ask for, how to ask, and what you are legally owed, you can completely transform how you travel. From getting more comfortable on board, to making sure you get paid when things go wrong, you are now officially an insider. What are some of your own secret travel hacks? Drop them in the comments below. Let's all help each other fly smarter. And if you want to keep learning how to beat the system and travel like a pro, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You might also like our video on the 12 airport secrets, where we cover the hacks you can use before you even get on the plane. Thanks for watching, and fly smart.